President Trump, for the first time, directly challenging Christine Blasey Ford's allegation that she was sexually assaulted by Brett Kavanaugh when they were both in high school. The president tweeting, "I have no doubt that if the attack on Dr. Ford was as bad as she says, charges would have been immediately filed with local law enforcement authorities by either her or her loving parents. I ask that she bring those filings forward so that we can learn date, time, and place." Adding, "Why didn't someone call the FBI 36 years ago?" The president's efforts to undercut Ford's credibility coming after 5 days of relative restraint.
I'd really want to see her. I really would want to see what she has to say.
President Trump's new comments sparking outrage from Republican Susan Collins, a crucial swing vote, calling it completely inappropriate and wrong.
I was appalled by the president's tweet.
All of it comes amid new wrangling over whether Ford will accept the Senate's invitation to testify. Overnight, Ford's legal team laying out a list of conditions for her testimony, including that the soonest she could appear is Thursday, that Kavanaugh testify first and not be in the room at the same time with her, and that senators do the questioning, not outside lawyers. The New York Times reporting Ford met today with the FBI, not about the allegation, but about death threats to her and her family. Her sister-in-law tonight speaking to NBC News.
Chrissy is actually not taking phone calls. She's really concentrating and focusing on how to keep her and her family safe.
Meanwhile, dozens of women today defending Kavanaugh, including Maura Fitzgerald, who once dated him.
The allegation against Brett is inconsistent with everything that I have known about him as a person.
Kavanaugh overnight again denying Ford's allegation and saying, "I will be there Monday to testify." At a summit for social conservatives, Senator Mitch McConnell encouraging Kavanaugh supporters to keep the faith.
Don't get rattled by all of this. We're going to plow right through it and do our job.
Tonight, the negotiations over that hearing are still ongoing. A Republican senator involved in the process tells NBC News the Senate Judiciary Committee's counterproposal that Ford testify first in a hearing next Wednesday.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.